Hi, my name's Anthony, and I want to talk about stuff that doesn't really matter. To be completely honest, this video I'm treating it sort of like a personal diary or just a venting kind of thing. I came back from a trip to Seattle, and when I got back, I got in the mail something I've been waiting for, a Heretic's Guide to Dying Lands, just like a Mork Borg expansion by Paul Kickman. It's compatible, it's one of those third-party things, but it kind of tired from the trip, and I kind of want to drink, and I felt, well, I might as well make myself a drink and just kind of rant about stuff. And I guess this ranting session for the first, maybe we'll do more, we'll see, is just going to be about Mork Borg. So if you don't know what it is, or just want to hear me talk in the background, perfectly fine, here you go. The drink I am going to make, though, is a sidecar. I have pretty much everything for it. If you don't know what a sidecar is, you're going to know what it is. Or you're going to learn. Yeah. So first off, let's talk about Mork Borg. Mork Borg is a TTRPG. The original book looks like this. I've made a couple videos about it, just how to play it, how to make a character, stuff like that. But this is my favorite TTRPG, I think, ever made. Favorite ever made, that doesn't make any fucking sense. It's my favorite RPG that I've ever played. That makes sense. It's super quick, the world is awesome, it's gritty, it's just, yeah, anything can happen. It's a rules light, not super combat focused, but just like, I don't know, it's one of those weird things where it's like, it's so vague, but because it's vague, it gives so much depth to the game. I don't know, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get our drink going. Mork Borg was made in 2018, I think, by Pell Nilsson. Here another artist. Who's the artist? Johan Noor and Dead People. That's who made it. It's published by Free League. It is absolutely fantastic. The rule set is, pretty much the gist of it is, it's a D20 system, and it's all kind of lower on the end. So if you've ever played D&D, where it's try to do as much damage as possible, you have a bunch of dice that just do a whole bunch of different stuff. You're gonna roll D20s and 4 D12s to do massive damage. This, you're gonna be rolling things like D4s, D6s, D2s, stuff like that. Combat is, super simple. It's one-sided in a way. So where the DM would usually, roll to attack and hit and, things like that. The person, so the player, will be rolling, their attacks, do damage, all that stuff. But the DM will not be doing that for the opponents. The player will be rolling defense instead of, the thing. I'm just fucking saying the same thing over and over again. So it's a one-sided kind of situation going on. So there's not the DM rules, the person rules, and the DM rules, and the person rules. It's just the user. The fucking character is going to be rolling their defense to see if they can defend against the attack. And then it's just super simple. You do have armor, but armor is usually like D2s, D4s, D6s. Like I said, it's super low. So everything is incredibly deadly. You barely have any health. You have like 4 stats to keep track of. And that's absolutely it. It's like dexterity, strength, agility, and something else? Toughness. And toughness. So they pretty much do what they say, and it kind of encompasses everything. In D&D, I'm going to be doing a lot of references to D&D because D&D is like the most popular thing right now, so you've most likely played it or kind of know how to play it. But in D&D, they just like, everything, there's just like so much subcategory. So you have like your dexterity, and then under that you have like your stealth and then your lockpicking and stuff like that. This is just going to be a single thing. It's just going to be like your agility. If you want to lockpick something, it's agility. If you want to do a backflip, it's agility. If you want to swim through something, it's agility. It's things. It's less min-maxy in a way, and I like that a lot more in games because every time I play D&D, I find myself and others just trying to min-max as much as possible. Unless you have players that know or are wanting to play for the story, they generally will not min-max and will just go story, which that is what I love. I'm not a fan of min-maxing. Min-maxing, I feel like, just takes the fun out of everything. Because sure, you get to do the thing that you maxed for, but now what? Now it's boring because you're essentially a god in your own imagination. You have no challenges in front of you. I don't like that. I like a game where I can die so easily. It's not even funny, but it makes it fun. You know, like I want, like, I don't know. It's, like I said, I'm gonna be ranting on this. Let me add more stuff. You know, like, I want a game where think about this. When you're playing games like in a video game, like Grand Theft Auto, and you have like cheat codes for like you're just doing free roaming, and you just have like the cheat codes where you're invincible and you have unlimited ammo, unlimited money kind of thing. How long do you have fun on that? For me, it's usually 10 minutes, and then I'm like, great, I can do everything. That's great. Or it's when I'm at my absolute most bored that I do that, and you know, like, it's TTRPG is kind of the same. Like, if there's no challenge for me to overcome, what's the point? In D&D, that's how it feels like to me. MÖRK BORG is just based on the lethality and just how easy you are to kill, and kind of vice versa on how easy enemies are to kill. What I really like about MÖRK BORG, is just the use of tables. You know, other TTRPGs use tables, but tables are so damn cool in this. Like, there's like damn near a table for everything. You know, like, there's just the core book, there's tables there, there's that one expansion that I was talking about that I just got. Also have territory. Also, you know, you get more tables in this, and then I have an entire folder of tables. This folder is just pretty much tables. Tables, different things I can do, different, you know, like expansions and tables that I can use and different things I can do. You know, like, what's in there? What's this? This game loves tables, and I love using tables. The reason I love using tables is because, one, it takes a little bit of work off of the DM. You don't have to come up with so much stuff, but also it makes it feel more random, because we're gonna be honest, all GMs fib a little. You have a, like, for, let's say, like the bag of beans, you know, from D&D, the bag of beans, you roll it, or somebody throws one, they roll on the table, and they get something that just looks really boring. And then you're like, well, this number right under it seems kind of cool, so I'm just gonna say that's what they got. Everybody's done that. And in this, it feels like it actually has like merit to it. So, like, let's say, for example, frog appears. With D&D, it's a frog. Nothing too special about it. In the context, in the world of D&D, it is just a frog that you can interact with as a regular frog. It's so difficult to explain, because in MÖRK BORG, in the world, in the vagueness that it sets up, you are allowed to mess with that frog if that's what you rolled. So it's not out of the ordinary if that frog appears and then explodes. But if that were to happen in D&D, that's like a little too strange. You know what I mean? Like, this, it's kind of like thinking of like in Fallout or something, you know, like everything can be weird and it can be explained by radiation. This is kind of the same situation where anything can be weird and it's just explained because it's the end of the world. It gives you the freedom of just doing whatever you want without needing to fib. And even the tables that they give you, even if you roll something that's like not great, like in terms of like role playing, it's still pretty damn good. So, like, for example, Let's roll a d20 real quick. Roll a d20. Get a 13. Let's just go to a random table. Arcane Catastrophes, perfect. We get a 13. You and a random nearby creature pass out. When you wake up, your souls have switched. Welcome to your new flesh. You know, I didn't have to fit for that. That was cool as hell. Now I roleplay as something else. I don't know what it is. It's just a random creature. If there's no creature, it's going to be with another person. If that were to happen in any other TTRPG, that would be so upsetting. I tried this. In a TTRPG session where people just switch character sheets. People were livid. They were livid. They were like, I min-maxed for this. I did this. Come on, dude. This is just really cool, and just the tables just kick ass. Everything about it kicks ass. Let's keep going with this. It's just so damn cool. Sometimes sidecars don't usually have sugar in it. At least not the ones I've had, but I'm feeling a little sweet. I'm also gonna add a sugar rim to this. So, also gonna be using a nice little ice cube, and everything goes everywhere. No harm, no foul. All right. I did really make a mess though. That sucks. Oh yeah, the community aspects. What's really cool about Mork Borg is it's very community open to. Mork Borg itself invites people to create stuff for it. And if it's pretty good, they're just going to include it into like official documents, which is super neat. And even if, it's not like official, like, let me kind of show this up because I'm pretty happy with this. With Heretic's Guide to Dying Lands, Mork Borg is extremely vague, doesn't have too much about the outside world. It's a kind of dungeon crawler kind of thing. The outside world is really cool. In Ferritory, we get some stuff like, like what's this? The monsters, creating new monsters, which are really cool. Trinkets, different enemies that you can have in different regions. But it doesn't have like more specific areas, What this does is adds like where do you wander? Like map making. Has map makings, different locations that you can add in different areas. So like, let's say if you're like in the wastelands, you're just gonna roll a d12, and then that's what's there. It tells you exactly how to make maps within specific areas. And then you have like different roads, how treacherous they are, other locations, like what's in the graveyard kind of stuff. It seems like I'm promoting this, which, I mean, in a sense, this is super cool. I would definitely check it out. But it's almost everything made for Mork Borg has a very good Mork Borg feel because it's so vague, it's so abstract. And I don't know, you might be wondering, like, why do I want to play something that is just so abstract where I feel like I'm going to be lost in the world? And I can't tell you enough how good that is, going into a world not knowing what the hell is happening, because it gives you so much freedom. It gives you so much freedom. It's a completely different state of mind in playing a TTRPG. The first TTRPG I played was D&D, and I felt kind of lost in that. But I was like, all right, I've seen like Lord of the Rings, I just kind of act like that. Or I watched, or I played Skyrim, it's, you kind of have like this idea, and it just feels like, I don't really know where I was going with that point, but I just know that it's just really cool. Like, you don't know until you try it just how great it is, because it's like you start playing, and it's also going to depend on the game master that you have, if they're experienced with Mork Borg, and it's also super new GM friendly because of all of the freaking awesome tables that they have, because it's super rules light, so it really is more about the role playing than it is about the stats, and I love that because it's a tabletop role playing game, and I don't want to keep looking at numbers and stuff. But look, I say a lot of things against D&D. D&D has its place. I will play D&D. If somebody's like, hey, do you want to play D&D? I will say yes 100% of the time. But there's so many good TTRPGs out there that I would recommend other things other than D&D. But D&D has its place if I want to feel or do specific things. This is what I would play and recommend 24/7 if I could. There's other games I really like too, so it depends, and it depends on the group, of course. But if I want to have fun, if I want to sit down, have a few drinks, this is what I'll play. Speaking of drinks, where the fuck is mine? I'm gonna grab one of these because I don't know, they look pretty cool. Let's pretend you've never played Mork Borg, or you're interested in it, and you just want to kind of figure out like, hey, how do I get started? How you get started is you can go on like the Mork Borg website. They have a bunch of free stuff there, but I would recommend just getting the core book. Just getting this guy. It's this big. If you go to Amazon listing, it'll be a guy going like this, but it's like all black and white, or not black, like white and gray, whatever. But it's like this. It's super cool. I would get it specifically, one, to kind of support them, because Free League's not like a small company, but they're really cool. But it does support this guy. The art in this is so good. Oh my god, it's so good that it kind of makes the book confusing, if that makes any sense. Like, we have this page here, and then the next page is like this, and then the next page is like this, and then you get like these, like, hold on, check this out, because this, I don't know why I like this so much, but when you roll for your weapon, you roll d10, and then this is what it tells you get. The whole thing is an art book, and it's so cool. Like, I just can't. Like, this is one page, so this is 1 through 7 is just this guy getting stabbed by all the different weapons that you can get, and the next one is just a whole page for just 3 weapons. It's super cool. Anyways, you start, get that book, and then just get a standard set of dice. Super easy. Read it through. I made some videos on kind of how to play the combat. Kyle made some too on kind of like a character creation. It's incredibly easy. You are just going to be rolling for your character. You're not going to pick your stats. You're going to be rolling for it. You can do like kind of pre-made characters, and they tell you to roll different stuff. I would recommend just doing the base one. You're just gonna be rolling, looking at the table. You're either gonna get up to +3 or up to -1, something like that. But your abilities can give you negative modifiers, and it can give you positive modifiers. It is more fun to get negative modifiers because failing at games is what makes it fun, in my opinion. The cool thing too is when you level up, you can get worse at stuff. But anyways, to start off the game, get the book, get some friends, read it through. Once you read it through, you'll get like an understanding of just like how weird it is, because the world is ending, so it gives you the freedom of doing whatever the hell you want. And having an environment of doing whatever the hell you want with consequences is awesome. It's cool. Anyways, sidecar. Cognac, lemon juice, Cointreau, added sugar. Some of them don't. I add just a little bit, like a bar spoon kind of thing. Shake it up with ice. Sugar rim. I used brown sugar. I prefer brown sugar. But yeah. Let's see. It's great. It's really strong. It's really strong. But not in like a bad way. It's strong, but like if you have like like whenever you take a shot, you get that burn. Ugh. Like that's strong in a burny way. This doesn't burn. There's zero burn in this. I don't feel a single. It's just burning. It's like when you. It's like a. I don't know if like like the consistency of saliva. That's what this is kind of like. It might not seem very agreeable. Might not seem very. I can't find the damn word, but yeah, I think it's delicious. Anyways, I don't think there's anything else I want to talk about for Mork Borg. The sugar rim's a must. Sugar rim's an absolute must. I don't think there's anything else I want to talk about Mork Borg. I guess, thank you for watching if you did. I'm just ranting about stuff. I'll probably be posting these about different RPGs that I play or different board games. Just kind of like in between content that we do. Again, this is a really new channel. I started this like a couple months ago, and we've been traveling and stuff. Stuff that's upcoming. We have Gen Con pretty soon, so that's super exciting. Last year, Pell Nilsson was at Gen Con doing a talk. Unfortunately, I could not go to that. But this year, if he shows up, I am going. Oh my God. We'll see if we can talk to him. That'd be fantastic. We did kind of a vlog for MagicCon. That was fun. But anyways, a bunch of stuff to come out. We're trying to record a Crown Skull game right now. Still trying to find logistics on getting mics set up because, I mean, it's kind of like going full ass into like a YouTube channel, you know? Where we're trying stuff right now. What we've been liking to do, anyways, is playing Trench Crusade. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's a super cool, like just war game. You know, we've played 40K and other different stuff, but this just has like the feel that we like. I don't know if it's because it kind of reminds us of Mork BORG or I don't know what, but just like the whole vibe of it is just super dope. Let's see. We have, what else were we planning on doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna do wanting to do a whole playthrough of Kingdom Death Monster. We have a couple expansions on hand behind the camera, and we will be finishing up this current campaign we're doing, and then recording from the beginning, adding some expansions. Poots he's fucking, I don't know. He's a little freak, you know, he's a little freakazoid, but god damn it, is it so fucking cool. Oh, it's like the game that you want to play, like your little pervert fucking dumbass mind wants to play, because it's just fucking awesome. Yeah, like you just like steal nutsacks. I don't know. If you never played it, it's fucking awesome. It's like one of those games where it's like really expensive to get into, but my god, it's like one of my favorite board games. We're gonna do other board game stuff. Anyways, there's a little stuff that we want to do. It's just about making the time to do it because everybody's schedule is different. Anyways, this rant's probably longer than the whole fucking Mork BORG thing. Again, thank you for watching. We'll do this again for other stuff whenever I feel like having a drink and ranting. And we'll see you on the next one.